The original mysteries are those of the great feminine, the passive force, the shadow, the womb, the moon, and the cycle of earth and life, which first awakened man from his deep slumber. From there, the feminine mysteries taught man about his connection to his body and the natural environment. He learned how to understand and connect with life and nature. As the cycle ended, a new era began. From this emerged the masculine mysteries, the sun, the awakened one, the active force, and the spirit. Here, man learned how to apply the feminine mysteries and combine them with the active force. He is no longer an infant in the earth's womb, but an awakened being. He has remembered his spirit, but the goddess kept him in touch with life and soul. Therefore, the mysteries that first emerged in the societal complexes in Lemuria are not the opposite or against the mysteries of the great Atlantis, but they are the foundation of all mystery schools and religions, no matter how hidden. In fact, the original teachings of Atlantis were a harmonious blend of the masculine and feminine mysteries, the active and passive forces, and the positive and negative energies. This is crucial for humanity's development. Man would be blinded by the great light, or he may imagine it as if real if he has not fully understood the darkness that consumed his mind. Therefore, it is important to look within oneself first, the basic practice of an initiate. For the physical body of man is not his prison but his vehicle to enlightenment, and the planet Earth is but one of his schools in which he chose to incarnate and evolve, reflecting his spiritual maturity and karma. To feel disconnection and hatred towards one's body and planet is to discard the opportunity to grow. The first teaching for humanity is to connect with and understand their physical bodies, emotions, and the natural world, which includes the animal, plant, and mineral kingdoms. Here is the natural flow of energy that is sensual and somewhat pleasurable or exciting. As man progresses, he must not lose his mind to the point that he becomes a wild animal with no self-control, but rather, understands all physical experiences with non-attachment. Hence, he needs deep self-introspection, or else he will become extremely materialistic and the planet will appear as a prison while his body is a great limitation. A basic teaching of magic is the continual flow of energy from within to outside the body. Many people have souls like desolate wastelands, so they seek to nourish themselves through the absorption of external energies, becoming energy vampires. In the spiritual realm, what is within us will reflect our reality. To complete the feminine mysteries is to integrate one's shadow self so the inner child would shine. Without this, the magician would become controlled by his shadow, and demons could attach to him. Dark practices usually involve the destruction of one's inner child, of one's spiritual innocence, and therefore, such an entity has no identity but his delusions of the external world. He has become like an automaton. The Atlanteans focused on connecting to intelligent energy. This can be done through integration, understanding, and acceptance of all kinds of experiences without any judgment. The Atlanteans were connected to the natural world, but the dark magicians sought to manipulate nature instead of connecting with it. This reveals the feeling of separation, which is a negative service. The magician is one with everything, all dimensions, and all creations alike without discrimination. Of course, the magician is not a person who dabbles in strange practices he can barely understand, expecting power and prestige, nor is he a chosen one by a deity or a special soul. Anyone can be initiated as long as they have great spiritual maturity, discipline, and willingness to learn. The logos in our solar system is the sun, and it is a creature of free will. It oversees everything but does not force, yet, it allows things to happen, whether positive or negative, as it also respects the will of the sublogoi, which are the planets, and the sub-sublogoi, which are the inhabitants of the planets. The movement of the logos throughout its evolution is an upward spiral. Many solar systems have positive harvests, which means many entities there chose the positive orientation. Some are negative, and this is allowed and respected by the logos of those solar systems. But in the end, to graduate from this universe, we must become positive. To reach the seventh dimension is to become one with everything with no memories or identities. Our solar system struggles to balance the masculine and feminine energies, perhaps except for Venus. There are struggles and battles among such energies on Earth, Mars, and Maldek. We must first master the feminine, then the masculine, the inside, then the outside, creating harmony between the two. There is only one law. As we go further down the densities, the law seems distorted, creating many other laws. We are all one in our truest essence, experiencing each other and experiencing all that is.